Hey guys, Jeff Giberman, registered dietitian here. In my previous video, I talked about blood sugar regulation and how you can manage that through different kind of foods that you eat, but I just wanted to add a few more things about that. So earlier, I drew the macronutrients, which are the big food molecules that we eat, that we get from food. So I'm going to draw those again. So that's fat, protein, carbohydrate, and then I also drew fiber. What's interesting about fiber is that fiber is actually a classification of carbohydrate, but our bodies just don't have the enzyme to break it down. That's why it doesn't enter our bloodstream. So fiber plays an important role in your overall health because the fiber interacts with all the bacteria inside your digestive tract, and that bacteria I'm really simplifying this here, but that bacteria can interact with the cell lining of your gut and send messages within your body that we're learning a lot about right now. There's kind of an emerging trend in research with how our bacteria in our gut can impact our overall health and what kind of messages is this sending our body. To summarize that, we know that when someone eats a highly processed diet with not a lot of fiber, we know that this impacts their gut bacteria in a negative way, leading to not good messages being sent to our body. On the other side, when you have people that are eating unprocessed foods, whole foods, fiber in their diet, fruits and vegetables, they have a more favorable gut bacteria, which tends to be associated with more optimal overall health. Another thing I didn't draw earlier was micronutrients. So micro, you can guess, means small. And so I'm just going to write micronutrients here. And so these are actually vitamins, minerals, things like that. So these little particles in our food help work almost like enzymes with these bigger food molecules to help our bodies turn these bigger food molecules into energy, which is pretty interesting. When we refer to the metabolism, that's actually a term that kind of encompasses all of these things going on. So all the, think of just the micronutrients you've heard of. I think there's 24 essential micronutrients. So basically we need to get those things from food in order for our bodies to work and get the energy it needs to from these bigger food molecules. So another point I wanted to make is that with carbohydrate is interesting because when you eat too much of it at one time, what happens to your body is that your body gets rushed with a bunch of energy that it can't necessarily use at one time. So let's say that you go out to eat and you have a bunch of bread before you even eat. You're already stuffed on bread by the time your meal comes, and then you feel like you should eat some of your meal, so you eat a little bit of your meal. And you're stuffed, you're uncomfortable, and you're like, why did I do that? But then you do it again next time anyway because you're a human being, I guess. So what your body how it's responding to that is it's getting an influx of carbohydrate energy all at once. Carbohydrate is a unique macronutrient because it has the ability to increase insulin in your system. So what is insulin? Well, insulin is a hormone that is an anabolic hormone, which means building up, and it helps sugar get into your cells. So we need insulin. But what's interesting about that is that, so another way to look at this is, for example, when you have an influx of too much energy, well, what happens? Okay, so all the food you eat gets broken down and it enters into your bloodstream from your small intestines. After it does that, all of that energy and carbohydrate and blood sugar goes first to your liver, and your liver is your metabolic powerhouse. So your liver, depending on how much carbohydrate or how much fat or how much protein it gets, it says, hey, okay, let's do this or let's do this. So for example, what a lot of people don't know, I'm going to draw a really bad picture of your liver right here. And so this is kind of that main vein where the blood, or artery where the blood comes in and is going into your liver. It's, your liver's full of blood, and your liver has the ability to say, hey, we have so much carbohydrate right now, we can't really use all this for energy right now, so let's synthesize. So here's carbohydrate, for example, coming in. Let's synthesize some of that into chains of fat, and let's store it because we can't use it right now. So most people don't know that your body can interchange between the different macronutrients. So your body can literally turn excess carbohydrate into a fat to be stored. Most people do not know this, so now you do because you watched my video. I believe this is all I wanted to say right now in terms of macronutrients and blood sugar balance. And just to give you guys a little bit more information about what's going on scientifically behind some of the foods or macronutrients that you choose to eat as part of your meals and snacks. Please respond with any particular questions you might have about this topic in the comments below, or let me know about a particular new topic that you'd like me to talk about. Thanks. Take care. Bye.